Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. Thank you again for our time together. It is the last day of the Supernatural Conference. Young people are going to be filling the auditorium all day today. Classes and seminars all day. It's going to be a great, great day. And I have to be blunt with you. I really like days like today. I love to hear God's house full of young people's laughter and voices and talking and praying and seeking God and singing in the parking lot. What a privilege to pastor such great, great young people. Right now, I want us to go back to the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 9. And I want to talk to you about being successful for just a minute. Successful as a Christian, successful in your business, successful in your relationships. These are principles of tremendous success. 1 Corinthians 9, beginning with verse 24. Don't you know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way to get the prize. If you're going to do something, be a winner. I mean, please forgive me, but if you're going to do something, be a winner. Now he tells us how. Everyone who competes in the games, number one, goes into strict training. They do not get a crown that will not last, but we get a crown that will last forever. Therefore, I do not run like a man running aimlessly, and I do not fight like a man beating the air. Now, when you and I decide that we want to break out of mediocrity and we want to really win the prize, we want to really be successful, we want to really do this well, number one, we need to go into strict training. We need to really develop whatever skill, whatever requirements we have in our life to do that project. Now, if it's a spiritual thing, we work on our prayer life and our worship life and our seeking God and our walk with Him, because that's where everything flows. But whatever aspect we're talking about, spiritual things or your business or your career or your sport, you have to go into training. You have to really focus on developing yourself. And then secondly, you have to run, but don't run aimlessly. You run a set course. When I was in college years ago, there was a guy that was my roommate. His name was Willard. He got saved just a couple of days after I got saved. And he was a marathon runner. And I think he did the longs, but he also did the shorts, the 5,000s and things. When these guys ran, it's very interesting how they would run a course. They did not waste steps going around things. They ran the tightest angles on everything they could run. They didn't swing wide, so to speak. They cut every corner they could cut. They saved every step. They had a fixed course. Now, look on that like a plan in your life. If you're going to be successful, you can't run aimlessly. You have to have a fixed plan, the most efficient way to accomplish things. Sometimes I call this living in a straight line. A straight line is the shortest distance between 2 points. You need to learn to think through, how do I accomplish this with the least effort, the least finances, and the most efficiency? You don't run aimlessly. You run with a fixed course. And then thirdly, he said, I don't beat the air. He said, I don't just, if I'm a boxer, I don't just throw punches. I make every blow count. Have you ever watched these boxers like Pacquiao? I mean, when you watch these guys, they don't just sit there and just try to play games. They want every single punch to connect. They want every single blow to connect. Every action must count. Now, there's a great truth. You set a course, you make a detailed plan, most efficient way to accomplish something, and then you make every action count. Every centavo you spend needs to count. Every action you take needs to count. This is a plan for success in just about anything you do.